welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I'm going to do my flip of my December daily. I've been doing these daily journaling pages in here in a junk journal. I started it on December 1st, and today's December 8th, so I have completed up to the 7th. So I'm going to do the flip from December 1st to December 7th and share my pages. I have been sharing them on Instagram, so if you already saw them on Instagram, I'm sorry, I apologize for that. But this is my talk through of my pages. So I am doing 2 pages a day. I'm getting prompts from different categories. I have the daily creating group, and I also had the prompts from Maud Heemster, and that's the prompts that I'm using for the month of December. Okay, so here we go. This is a cheek sparrow wide size, and it is a Titanic. It is Mr. Darcy Titanic. It is retired. I bought it off the buy sell trade list. It is my second favorite color. My favorite color is purple, but my second favorite color is the turquoise, so I had to have it. I'm really liking this size. I will definitely be purchasing another wide. So here we go. I got the deluxe, so I have the 3 pockets in the front. And what I did here is I put these tags, and I found these tags from the lady at the library. Gave me a whole bunch of Christmas stuff, and I put the tags in here, and this is the tags that I'm using for my project. And the top pocket is 1 through 10, and then I did 10 through 20 and 20 through 30 here. So those are the pockets, so I had them in view, and then when I go to do my page, I have it all available for me. Okay, so I used Snoopy fabric, and I covered up a cereal box. I made this flip through. You already saw it, and yeah, so I will put the link to my original flip through below. Okay, so starting out with the cover page, I've been adding things as I go. I put a thank you to Cheeky Journals for this tutorial of how to make this. I will also put the link to her video because I am not good at tutorials, and she did a great job. So this is how I learned how to make this book. I also noted the date. I am using tags from Target to put these here. They are Christmas tags that I had in my stash. I got this bow made out of paper. I got that from the library person who gave me a whole bunch of stuff. And then this is my old stuff that I got, and I really liked it, so I added it into my thing. And here's another tag that came with the numbers, so I just added that. So day 1, I decided to use my tag punch, and I put the word December tag on here, and I just glued it on. And in December 1st, I was working on my washi. So I did the washi video, and I decided to, on this page, use my holiday washi. I went with my green washi for my Christmas. And it says, the journal prompt was make a mini collage or 2 or 3 or 31 to embellish your journal. So what I did was, because it was a washi day for me, I used my washi and I made a Christmas tree, and it says KonMari method, all my washi, 4 hours, sorted by color and category. And then I did a YouTube video. So I wrote that. It's actually written within the tree, my journaling. Okay, so the next page, if I can flip it. Okay, so here is the tags. So I started using the tags here. I popped them up with glue dots, and the other prompt was skates. Actually, the prompt was sports, and I don't play sports. So I wound up drawing this little guy who I got from Pinterest. I just searched on Pinterest, and I drew him with a skating. So I figured I'd do skating, and I found, oh, what fun, skating, and I started using my ribbon. I grabbed all my ribbon out. I am a card maker, and I have so much ribbon you would not believe. So I started gluing ribbon down, and I started doing ribbon on the tags, and I'm so happy that I started to use my stuff again. And then I made it into a card, and it opens up, and here is my journaling. The prompt is sports. I am not a sports fan. In the past, I did play softball, but did not like it. I did enjoy ice skating or bowling. I was on a team. Evan doesn't like sports either, yet he did play football at one time. Watching sports is very boring. Glad we both are not sports fans. Worked on my washi tape, did it the Kamari method. Got rid of ton of giveaway on my channel. Had a few people instant message me. Went food shopping with the 3 kids. First went to Target. Spent $80 on snacks. Used an emergency account. Then we went to ShopRite. And we had $100 in cash. We went over by $8. Luckily, the kids had money to pay for the food shopping. Meal planned, went home, and didn't have time to do it before we left. So yes, I am doing I am following the Budget Mom, and we are doing cash. So it's really hard when we go food shopping, because now I have a timer, and I'm trying not to use my debit card, and we are using cash to go grocery shopping. So we have really made our budget very small, and that's how we're doing it. So, okay, on day 2, I don't know if I should be reading the whole journaling, but anyway, on day 2, I made this little tag. The prompt was something snow or something like, and we had, the prompt was autumn weather, and I just drew this guy here. Actually, I only drew his face, and I used my rubber stamps because that was my rubber stamp day. And I went through all my rubber stamps. I found some this ribbon type thing, and I added more ribbon. This is washi, and I made a little card, and it says open. And actually, this is an envelope, and it says open. And so in here is my journaling card. It's just we had a early dismissal day because of snow, but it was only snow and sleet, and Victoria had a fever, and that is about it. So that's my little journaling for that day. So this day, on day 2, it said draw the first letter of your name and fill it in with words that are kinds. So I drew an L, and I put scrapbooking paper on it. And it says note to self, remember, write it down, plan on it, live life happy life, dream big, all because 2 people fell in love. And then because I put that there, I had to put a picture of me and my husband there, and coming down is my kids. It says VJN. I'm going to zoom in so you could actually see that. Yes. So there is me and my husband. And coming down, you could see I put beads going down, and then on the little hearts it says VJN, which is my children's initials. So I thought that was I really like how this page came out. Okay, on day 3, it says, what did you want to buy today and could not get? So I journaled, because I got my Ollie Block clips, I journaled about how I couldn't get the purple Ollie Block clip, and then I need to buy a large one. It says need to buy a jumbo because I think the small doesn't do anything, and the regular size, the large, is okay, but I think the jumbo is what I actually need. So that's why I journaled about that. And then on Victoria was still sick, So it says Tori goes to urgent care. It cost me $75 for a copay, and she is still sick, and I drew that little thing here. And then the prompt was kitchen. So I put kitchen rules. If you enjoy it, if you empty it, fill it. If you dirty it, clean it. If you spill it, wipe it up. If you open it, close it. If you cook it, share it. So I found some coffee paper that I had in my scraps, and I had just added that in there, and that worked. And I found this on Pinterest. So while I was doing the kitchen thing, looking up the kitchen, I found this really cool thing on Pinterest. I'll bring it up so you can see it a little bit. It says, life needs more slow dances in the kitchen. And I thought it was really pretty, so I stuck it in my book. I still have to put something on this side. Hopefully I will find something to go there, but I haven't filled that in yet. And this is day 4. And day 4, I made this little tag, and it says, drink coffee in your favorite chair and describe the chair and the room that you're in. So I was in my craft room, and I just journaled about my craft room, and I wound up making this page. I used tag, and I used ribbon that I haven't used. I found some Starbucks stuff that I had in my scraps. I had a Starbucks cup, and it says, take some quiet time, and I found a mom thing. So I thought that was really cool, and I really like how that came out. So that's how that page came. Day 4, as also, this was stack on top or something like that. So I found this in my magazine clippings, and I cut it out, and I wrote, Tori's still sick, and now what? I don't know what to do. So I didn't know I didn't journal or anything, but I thought that was really cool. And look how these little things, they're like sad and like, oh, what's going on? And I thought this was really cool for that, to journal about that. Okay, on day 5, it says, what did you do this year to make another person feel totally spoiled? And I journaled about how, here's my journaling card, and I used my washi. I journaled about how I learned how to make book sleeves, and I didn't actually put anything on the back. I need to write something on the back, but I journaled about how I am making them for Christmas gifts, so that is putting in there. And then I really like this quote. It says, faith is holding on tight when the going gets windy. And Tori is still sick, and we still don't know what's going on. So yeah, so that is how I did day 5. And the next page, we found out what Tori had, and here it is. It says, at our house, Victoria has pneumonia, found out by x-ray, and it's in her left lung. And so I just did a journaling card and stuck that in here. And the prompt was a bucket list. So I found this on Pinterest, and I copied it and just printed it out. And I didn't feel like drawing that day because I was running around doing, bringing her for a test and x-rays and the doctor, and just trying to find out what was wrong with Victoria. It was a stressful day, and I was like, I just printed this out. So it's a winter list I found on Pinterest. It says, go light writing, sip hot chocolate, watch a Christmas movie, decorate the tree, sing Christmas carols, and so on and on and on and on. So I already did some things, like watch a Christmas movie. I already decorated the tree. I already hung the stockings. I already listened to Christmas music. So I already dotted in there what I did already. So, and then I just covered up this thing here, and I just put that there, and I really like that. Okay, on day 6, it says, who do you want to invite if distance was no issue, and what would you do? And I invited my grandmother, and yes, it says, I would invite my Gigi, which is great grandmother, which is really my grandmother, but my kid's great grandmother. So I would invite her over, but she lives in Florida, and I did this on day 6. What we would do is she'd teach me how to crochet again and maybe knit. I used to do it, but I haven't touched it in a while. And we probably bake cookies, so that's what I wrote there. And I used my Snoopy paper. This is just paper that I had in my stash. And then on this page, we had to use something. The prompt was do something you haven't done in a while, or do a new, use a new technique. So I found my punches, and I punched out a whole bunch of squares, and I cut them out, and I made this Christmas tree. And then I just journaled about the day and what we did and stuff. I journaled around it. Actually, when I posted this on Pinterest, I did not have my journaling on it. It was just plain. So I wrote about what I remembered as a kid. So I remember as a kid, we would open gifts on Christmas Day. We would bake tons of cookies. It was a fun event with my dad. We would have cookies for days. My mom would light a fire, and our tree was in the basement with a train going around it. The stockings always had candy and lottery tickets as we got older. On some days, we'd go to Grandma's, where she made pasta with homemade sauce. It was my favorite meal. I'm going to get emotional because on day 7, well, it's the next page, so it's not this page, but I'm getting emotional. Hold on a minute. Okay. On day 7, the quote was to put your favorite quotes and to do doggies. So I put Daisy. She got a new coat in there, and I put a picture of her. I finally got the right size. I got her a small originally, and now she has a medium size, which fits nicely. So I put the quote here: gotta go lay under the tree to remind my family that I am a gift. So I thought that was a really cool quote. And then I got some happy mail from Elizabeth, and she sent me this really beautiful card. She actually wrote my name really nice on the envelope, which I put there. So this is on day 7. I already had the day 7 prompt and already made. So I added her card, her tag that she sent me, and then inside it actually opens up. I already had this on the paper, and I already had the envelope already on this page. So I opened it up, and this is the envelope, this is the stamp that she had on her card that she sent me, and this is the letter that she wrote me. This is from Elizabeth, and I'm not going to read it, but I got this really cool insert from Elizabeth, and I'm going to put that in the envelope. She sent me this, and it was empty, so I included it as my journaling. So here's my journaling card, and I just glued it down, and then I wrote, okay, this is where I might get emotional. It's Saturday, which means WW, meaning I lost 1.4 pounds. I'm now at 21 pounds lost, since I started. Dress Barn is going out of business today. They had a 50% off sale. And then I got some clothes, and I got a letter from Grandma in the mail. And then I got a message from my Aunt Lynn that Grandma fell and was in the hospital. It was a long day waiting to hear from them. Spoke to my dad, but Mom was still sick to talk. She's recovering from her surgery. Got a letter from Elizabeth, and then I put enclosures. So that's how I journaled about that day. And the next prompt is the last page that I'm going to share. The prompt was cut out hearts and make a page. So the whole page is dedicated to my grandmother. I need to get a picture and put a picture of her on there. But here is my page that turned out. I took my Sizzix out, and I cut out a whole bunch of hearts. I actually embossed some hearts on there, if you could see the hearts there. I put pray because we were praying that she makes it through the surgery, which she did. I am so happy. She had broke her femur, and she had a rod placed in her leg. She is 90 years old, so we were really, really praying that she would make it through the surgery, and she did. So I made these hearts and I decorated, and then I journaled about my grandmother falling and that she had her leg surgery. So yeah, so that is it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will do another flip through once in maybe 7 days, and I will see you in another video. Bye.